Bethany's Gate brings people and horses together to help both heal. We use rescue horses that are rescued from abandonment, abuse, and neglect, and then we bring in military, active duty, reserve, and veteran, as well as first responders and their family members, and there's just this really cool, unique bond that develops, and together, horse and human just come out much better on the other side.
I personally know how much horses meant to me when I came out. Luckily, growing up, I had the experience previously. So that opportunity as well to share something that I had gotten to experience younger, and it didn't even mean as much then as it does now to me, obviously, because I didn't have the trauma and stuff to overcome using the horses. Before, it was all just pleasure, but now this is my therapy. Whether I'm helping somebody else through theirs or I'm working through my own, it's all therapy to me.
Lyssa's legacy was named for my best friend, Delissa Blair. Delissa's husband was a combat veteran who got blown up a couple times and actually had to have his legs rebuilt and spent 2 years in Walter Reed Medical Center. He was doing extremely well, but in December of 2015, his PTSD kicked in big time and he kind of spiraled downhill, and on October 8th of 2016, he shot and killed her. And we tried, my husband and I tried to get him the help that he needed. She didn't know what to do to help him. There were no resources for her to turn to help. So I decided that we needed something needed to be available for these wives so that they knew how to relate to their husbands, how they could be supportive, help them to recover, and then also to know when it's time to get out to keep the well-being of them and their children. Lyssa's Legacy's primary programming is done through 3-day retreats. They are held here in Prescott, and then we also do some in California to hit more of the active duty spouses. We spend a lot of time out with the horses, helping them to understand what their husbands are needing through the horses, and it's just amazing how things come out with the horses.
I think at first I wasn't great at recognizing it because I didn't grow up military or with military family or anything along those lines. But when I recognized the struggle and just the withdrawal and the distance, at first I thought it was just because we had just moved states and he had this, lifestyle transition outside of transitioning from the military, but just a general move and state location, but it just lasted a really long time. So it was difficult, and being newlyweds, I didn't want to make a whole bunch of waves, so the approach on how to find out what was going on was a little difficult as well.
I think for our family, part of the healing that we've gained from Bethany's Gate is just generating that community again. There's that tendency, really within any organization, is you hold back just a little bit because you don't want to scare, people away. Like, oh, I'm really dealing with some stuff. But just having that ability to be real with people and,
And trust
have
people.
discussions. Yeah.
I'd say the trust of people is important, and I feel like when you can relate to somebody, especially him, oh, you've been blown up too, or you've seen these things, or you've done, that trust comes into play, especially when you have a family. It takes a lot to kind of trust somebody and break those walls down and let them in. So I think the familiarity of the community and the healing comes a lot from trusting those people and being able to do that for people.
This is the second 1AZ Community Foundation grant that we've gotten. 1AZ has really become, we think of as part of the Bethany's Gate family. The impact of this one, the most recent one that we got, was for our marriage retreats. And it allowed us to fund our marriage retreats for an entire year. One of the things that I really love about partnering with 1AZ is that they don't just write the check and walk away. we know the branch managers, the executive team came out to the ranch and volunteered one morning, and they were ready to get their hands dirty and do whatever needed to be done. They're constantly sending volunteers to us. They help us with the rodeo. They're just, 1AZ has just really become a partner, not just a donor. Having a corporation like 1AZ come beside us and support us, I just can't put words to how amazing and how important that is, to have those type of relationships, to know that I can pick up the phone and call Edgar at Chino Valley or call Christy in Prescott Valley and say, hey, we need some help with this. Do you guys have some volunteers you can send our way? Or, you know, we need some more funding for this. Do you have ideas for us? It's an invaluable tool and an invaluable relationship.